fun, hasn't it? This so-called quarantine and whatnot. It has been really, really fun, to say the least. I'm gonna go over here and share this with you guys real quick. We are going to be live on. We are actually live on YouTube right now, and then we're sharing to shared a whole bunch of stuff because it's weird. It's funny to me now, because you have so much to do when you're doing this, and we just hadn't reached out to you guys in a while, and and what we're doing is we're trying to get out there and get back to what we used to do, and we're trying to get our people more involved in what we used to do. I mean, it's not as easy as it seems. A lot of people don't really understand what goes into this. But yo, we want to get out with you guys because we haven't talked about it. Talked about a lot of stuff here recently. Get my monitor up. There we go. We had not talked about things going on in the community, but it's a couple things that have been happening since the coronavirus thing that have really piqued my interest, to say the least, and rather disturbing. And yeah, it's kind of funny. So three things I actually want to touch. One, I want to talk about the I don't know if I'm gonna be able to share it. um, well, kiss my grits. Well, we'll figure that out in a minute. So, let's see. I should have. Oh wow, can't do nothing about that. There we go. So it is asking me to make an adjustment. It says we're doing too much, which is unusual. Let's see, settings, output. I gotta change up some stuff. Let's try that. See if it's working now. But yeah, guys, we are. YouTube is not receiving enough video. It's always something. Every time I go on here, it is something. Trying to get this thing to operate at 100% is crazy. Let me see. I got some people on there. Let's see. Still working with Love. She's doing her thing in Georgia. And still trying to get going. So I don't know what this feed is doing right now. But if everything's okay, I know we got one viewer. Go ahead and tell me what you see. Tell me how it's going. And what we're gonna do today is something we haven't done in a long time. Is we are actually going to. If I don't mess my own self up. Okay, what did? There we go. So what we're actually going to do today is we are going to be able to say, hey, give us a call. 804-464-3777. We changed our number. So 804-464-3777. We want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you're thinking about, how you feeling, what's going on out there. And we want to know your thoughts and feelings about this whole corona scare, man. It's different. I'm not going to say it's unexpected, but I will say it's different. A lot of people look at me like I'm nuts when I say stuff like that, and the truth of the matter is that you don't know what to do, who to be around, and here's the thing: now that you've gotten all this on your plate, now that you've gotten stressed the hell out, hey love, how you doing? What are we gonna do? And like I said, give us a call in and be heard, 804-464-3777. And let's see. I'm trying not to beat somebody up so soon, but I gotta get on this. I don't remember the number, but I can tell you the church infrastructure, okay, the church infrastructure brings in a huge amount of money each year. It is astronomical. And I'm trying to figure out where are all those resources and money now? Where are all those tithes now? In fact, the thing that got me on this, and somebody heard about it and I just didn't understand it, so I was trying to do a little bit of research before I actually went out there and started speaking on it, and everything I found was not cool. I didn't find anything that was quote unquote hopeful. So here's the deal. Let me go to this next one. Let me transition to this screen for you guys. And here we go. Mega church, and I don't know if it's Atlanta or not. They were charging $150, I think $190 to test people for the coronavirus. Now, they will do up to 1,000. I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's because, and just maybe, it's because the test is so expensive. Maybe it's that. But then when I started to do the research on it, I realized that the test isn't that expensive. And they're saying in most cases on a couple websites I've gone to that the test is free. But you may be on the hook for all the other stuff that comes along with the test. Now, I get that. But, yo, bruh, how the hell you gonna charge people? Like even in your worst freaking selfish ass mind, why are you charging people for this test? I just can't see. This is the ultimate hustle. This is the ultimate greed. Jesus is gonna save you, but only if you come in. He didn't say that. Okay, the pastor and nobody quoted me on that, but I'm just saying Jesus is gonna save your stupid ass, but you got to pay $190 to get tested to make sure you ain't got the Rona. So we're going to take 1,000 people and we're going to sit there and we're going to do the good test. I don't know who in your faculty or who in your circle told you, Pastor, that was a good idea. But I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm really, really, really not feeling that hocus pocus. And it's crazy because you really don't understand greed until you see it at that point. And what I don't understand is if that's the case, right? If that truly is the case and you're trying to do good, then you need to explain it. You really need to explain your position on this because something just doesn't add up to me. You've got people in lockdown. You've got people struggling right now. You've got people out here dying in hospitals, families struggling to get food and I'm not going to say they're struggling to get food, but there are families out here struggling right now financially. You got businesses shutting down. Oh, excuse me, I'm putting in a code real quick. You got businesses shutting down all around you. And you're sitting here telling people that we're gonna charge you for a test? A test to save your life. And in doing so, as your pastor, I'm telling you, we're going to charge you $190 or 170, whatever the hell it is, to do this test to save your life. Even though we know you've probably given way more than $190 to this church over your lifetime. Way more. So now, what I'm hearing and saying is, y'all are full of shit. And this is a direct result of how corruption comes into play right now with price gouging. I heard a lady the other day tell me, and let me go on back to my regular, let me cut back. I had a lady tell me the other day that she had a septic issue. She lives in a rural area, and she's on septic. She's not on sewer, city sewer, whatever. And a $200 septic job turned into $460 because of, I guess maybe he thought he was gonna get the Rona. I don't know, but she said this is not the first time this has happened. So why the hell is it so different now than it's been before? And people are out here, they are out here price gouging like nobody's business. I mean, they are really out here price gouging. They're not paying attention to stuff. And guys, while you're on here, like it, love, share, join, subscribe, do all those things. You know, we're moving from platform to platform. We had a nice following on Facebook, and now what we want to do is we want to expand out to YouTube. Gives us a little bit more diversity and versatility. So we post on YouTube, or we stream on YouTube now, and then we post on Facebook to give you guys links because we haven't gotten our viewers up yet. So help us get those viewers up, help us get those watch out. And if you got suggestions for shows or topics in your area that are social injustice based or just all around bullshit, let us know. Let us know, because on here, this is what we do. A lot of things are going on right now that have got people scared. Now to talk about that one, and we're going to jump back and forth to topics. And like I said, don't let me forget, if you want to call in and be heard, 804-464-3777. Again, that's 804-464-3777. And a lot of times, people don't understand how much they need, or the church is needed. You know, you're looking at the church right now and they're going, hey, you know, how can we help? Hey, how can we do this? Hey, you know, where's the church at now? And guess where the church is at? Nowhere to be damn found. You're losing money? I'm trying to understand how you're losing money. Oh, you losing money because you based it off fictional money that wasn't there. That's what you did. You based your entire thing off of, well, if we get 10% from this many people over this amount of time, then we can afford this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that, we can do all these things. But at the same time, now, you're nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I hope people are paying attention to what's really going on in our society right now. I hope people are really paying attention to how this has shown the true colors of industry, of industry, of people, of banks. And that's the other thing. So I tied these two together because it really is important to me. So I can't sit there and people, now all of a sudden, I ain't heard from nobody all day. Now 900 people want to call my phone. That's not calling in. Unless you're calling in. If you're calling in, call back. But I doubt you're calling in because it didn't come in like that. So, back in the day, the only people or only places or organizations that really wanted to loan money to blacks were churches. You could talk to a lot of elders about this if they were, if they're still around. Some have gone on since the time, but churches were the bank back in the day, so to speak. Now, churches have become the opposite. They're not the bank. They're the borrower. They're taking. And I've been privy to some information where a lot of these companies out here are trying to sit there and they're trying to sit there and what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to pass this on to back to nobody. So I want to remind everyone that goes and banks at all these wonderful institutions that they're out here telling federal government, screw you. We're not taking on these things. We're not trying to assume these things. We're not trying to help you. What have you done for us? And it should be the taxpayer that stands up and says, yo, butthole, it was our tax dollars that the federal government gave you during that banking crisis so that you guys wouldn't fold. So now it's the poor consumer, it's the business owner that can't get a handout, that can't get anything for themselves to help them sustain during this time. I mean, look around you guys. Unemployment is skyrocketing. You got businesses that are holding on by just one employee or two employees. You got places like Walmart, and this is not knocking Walmart, who are trying to keep themselves employed and open because people still need things. Things have still got to happen. You know, you've got some companies out here that are really trying to make it happen for the American people, but I'm disappointed in the banking community. You know, these bastards are acting like this is really their money, and it's not. Consumers have been bent across the table and given it with no lube by banks for decades. For decades. Do I have a bank? Yes, I do. I'm here. But let me tell you something about this. Everybody's talking about this currency. Everybody's talking about this new world order or everything going on. All these conspiracy theories are just flying through the air. And what I need people to really put in their minds in this concept is your money is digital. Your money is completely digital. And when you put it when I say it like this, maybe the perspective isn't there. Maybe the idea isn't there because you're so used to it. Hold on. But your money is not real. And this isn't a conspiracy. This is just factual. And I'll give you two or three good ways to look at it. So, here it is. One. And like I said, call in 804-464-3777, 804-464-3777. I really want you guys to think about this next statement. And that is this. When is the last time you actually put your hands on your money? When is the last time I fussed at Ingalls on Facebook for not spending to protect the workers? Oh yeah, ain't the only ones. But when is the last time you cashed a check and dropped it off at the bank? You physically had those papers, you know, the change. When's the last time you physically had it? You haven't. You haven't. And guess what? Technical difficulties again, as usual. We just gonna have to work through them. It hasn't. And if your money is supposed to hit on the 1st, and all of a sudden it's the 1st and you are not able to get to the bank. It's supposed to be there. Now all of a sudden, you're sitting there and the bank doesn't open. And how are you supposed to get your money? You have a debit card. But let's say there's a cyber attack. And give us a call, 804-464-3777, 804-464-3777. Let's say there's a cyber attack, or let's just say a server caught on fire in a bank, and they couldn't get it, taken care of, or a virus hit, or whatever you want to call it. What and where is your money? See, we forget that a lot of times, a lot of this money is moved digitally. Your money is moved digitally, guys. It is moved with ones and zeros through the air, and you don't see it. And we apologize about the technical difficulties. Maybe it's a lot of bandwidth getting used right now. I have no idea, because we're sitting there just doing what we normally do and she's just sitting there frozen. And she's still frozen, love, because my producer's over here watching it. And it's like every time we look. So we went from stream healthy to stream past status is poor. Okay. Let me see if I can change a setting real quick in here for us, guys. Let's see. That's that. That's that. I don't know if it's something that we're supposed to be able to do. And I don't know what the world happened while we were doing what we were doing. Can't answer this one. And I've got all the settings where they need to be. There just might be a lot of people on or something. So the point is that you don't see your money. You don't have your money. It's just open and in the air. So everything's digital. So now what do? Do you sit on cash? Do you find ways? Because your money is it's just numbers and zeros until you cash a check. And most people don't want to do that. You got churches out here who are taking your money digitally. You got banks out here that don't want to support the small American business because they want you to fail. These banks want you to fail. They want chaos. They want everyone to have to come to them and borrow so you can rebuild this country of ours. That's why we got the American flag in the back. You see that? That's why we got the old red, white, and blue behind us, because at the end of the day, guys, it's all about us. It's all about us being Americans and helping each other out. I don't support a so-called global economy. I just don't. And this is why. What we're going through, I'm not saying that, oh, God, we could have stopped it, but the small businesses are where it's at. The small bake shops, like you get one bake shop, somebody gets sick, okay, you shut that one down. You get two big shops, somebody gets sick, you shut that one down. 3, they start shutting down, but not when whole companies have to sit there and close their doors because one person got sick. One person got sick. So now you have to shut everything down. And I'm saying that because churches have shut down. They are doing what they call parking lot sermons, and people are pulling up in their cars and they're listening to the preacher preach, and they're talking and they're giving a good. How you doing tithes and offering? Cash App? Y'all taking tithes and offering through Cash App? I call bullshit. But okay, so why aren't banks loaning money? Because they don't want to take a risk But the American people were forced to take a huge risk right up the wazoo for you assholes and you overpaid CEOs. Right now, the American worker is under attack. Right now, everyone who is an American is under attack. Their jobs, their way of life is under attack. Teachers, garbage men. See, this thing that we've been talking about is all fictitious. Because once everything else goes away, then it's just food, shelter, and water. That's it. And the churches, I mean, unless you guys are operating way on the edge, I mean, way on the edge. Like what? Who's getting paid? And how much are they getting paid? And why are they getting paid? See, these are the questions congregations need to start asking. If you know your church's financial situation and you know what your church needs from the Cash App may have been in church, but it shouldn't have been. Facts. Another thing I don't agree with. I don't agree with ATMs in churches. I never have. You can look at some of my old videos. And I do not agree with Cash App being in churches. People going to say, oh, because of the germs. Oh, you know what, man? Then we need to push for more solid currency because that's the only way. Millions of dollars are burned and shredded every day. Dollar bills or paper money. Let's go to coins. See how you feel carrying an offering plate full of 90 pounds around that SOB. See how you feel then. They ain't going to care. But this is the time. This is when the American people, the American public, the American homeowner, the American employee needs to stand up and say, we don't want any more of this bullshit y'all giving. Because y'all serving us some bullshit. A whole lot of bullshit. And I'm about to mute this bastard. And a lot of people don't even understand that this is going to change everyone's way of life. And it should. It should put fear in your heart, but also should help you develop a sense of needing to plan. Because having no plan at all is a plan to fail. And I think that's what a lot of us ran into. There was no plan. Like, what if the lights go out? That never happens. Y'all don't never say never. Let me show you how that works. Relativity all up in your face. Never say never. 804-464-3777. Call in, be heard. Give us, hey guys, tell us how you doing. It's crazy because this is where you can speak freely. Ain't nobody gonna know who you are. You ain't gotta give no name. You ain't gotta give nothing. And of course we're starting over, so we know won't get as much. But what we're trying to do is get the people to rally behind themselves. Mega churches should be ashamed of yourselves. Honestly. Well, we employ this many people. Yeah. Okay, great. This shouldn't be a problem. People talking about they're running out of rooms to put sick people. That shouldn't be no problem.
Hi, this is Deborah with.
No, we don't know who you are. Nope, don't. See, that's what we get. Too much going on one phone. So, hey guys, you really need to take your time and you really need to look at and reevaluate how people are treating you. How the government, how your employer, how your church, how your bank. And look, do the research, see what they're doing. What is your church doing that can? I mean, some churches can't. Some churches are operating on a lean budget. I get it. But you got churches out here that are making millions. And I do mean like The Rock, millions of dollars. A nonprofit financial institution that should be working for the betterment of the people. That is the church. The congregation should not need. But everyone got comfortable. Everyone. Now you have banks telling federal people, telling politicians, bite me. Thanks for the bailout, buddy. But we ain't doing that. That was that guy. I'm a new CEO. If we don't demand better in America, we will not get better. And that is nothing but the God's honest truth. If you do not demand better from your politicians, from your employers, from your employees, from your government, from your damn hospital, if you don't demand better, I mean, real talk, the most underpaid people in this world right now, the ones we need the most, which are teachers. How do you think doctors become doctors? They need to be taught. How do all the people who do services, bakers, you just don't wake up with this inept ability to know how to make a souffle. I mean, if you do, you're gifted. Maybe a little crazy. It's possibly psycho. But we need our teachers. Our teachers are underpaid, overworked, and all you parents are sitting at home just getting a tenth of a dose right now. We need to reevaluate our educational systems. We need to reevaluate how we handle things. What's important? Yes, sports, all that stuff, great to have as a mind-numbing deterrent. But right now, where is it? Where is it? We've put so much stock in things that aren't going to save your life, that we don't even know what to do anymore. We become a society inundated with nothing but mind fodder. And now you need to be able to think clearly, and you can't. Before I go, and we got like a few minutes left, try to do about 35 minutes a segment, or 15 to 35 minutes. I want to commend, and let me get his name right. Give me a second, because I don't want to say this man's name wrong, because he deserves that much respect. I want to commend and say thank you to, make sure I got his name right. Please forgive me. I want to get it right. Captain Brett E. Kozer. I want to tell you thank you, sir. I want to tell you thank you. And I'm pretty sure your sailors thank you. And I want to sit there and tell you that's what leadership is. And I don't give a shit if you don't support me or not. Go bite me. Because the bottom line is, he asked for help. Now, they have not been able to verify how that document or that email got leaked out. But do you know how many people are on a Navy carrier? Do you know how many people are on an aircraft carrier? I think it's like 5,000 people on an aircraft carrier. 5,000. And with as infectious as this thing is, he's begging, hey, guys, we need some help. Let's do something. Let's do something. And instead of looking at this man and saying, hey, look, we have the potential. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure how the infection, how they were given examples, but if one person has it and they're around 5 people, then there's 9 times out of 10, 5 people can get infected. So if you've got 100 people and they infect 1 each, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 are now infected, plus them 6. That entire ship was in danger. And he did what he thought was right to save his people. And that's the idea of leadership. He got relieved of command, and believe it or not, once you look at the Secretary of the Navy or whatever it is, he's actually the Secretary of the Navy. attended the Naval Academy. See, I thought he was some schmo that didn't understand, what it meant to lead. And some people are going to sit there and say, well, you don't know. I had some idiot tell me that one time. Well, when you get up to this level, Ryan, then maybe you'll understand. And yeah, right. Okay. You don't understand. But Thomas Modly or Modley, whatever the hell his name is, I forgot what actor he looks like. But yeah, Thomas Modly, the Secretary of the Navy, is an asshole and an idiot. He clearly told everybody that was on the USS Roosevelt that y'all ain't shit, we don't care, and to prove you ain't shit but a number, we're going to fire this man that was trying to save your life. All 5,000 of you. But you idiot, what you're not calculating is that what if you couldn't quarantine all these people? What if their symptoms, they were asymptomatic and all, yes, asymptomatic, and what they get to say it right, and they got out to the population when they got to port. And then they started showing symptoms. See, when you do stuff like this out of embarrassment or your lack of he was in the Navy, I think, for like 7 years. I don't know how high he got up. He's taught at the academy, I think, in a couple. I did a little research on Wiki. I don't know how true it is. But you're an idiot. And the way you operated, the way you treated that man, and I don't know how Fleet did it, but he needs to be reinstated. Now he has the coronavirus. So you took his job. You didn't want to help him on his ship, taking care of his people, and now he's infected with the coronavirus, and you've slandered his name and said about how horrible of a leader he was for asking for help. This ain't K-19, buddy. This ain't Soviet Russia, okay? This ain't K-19. And to me, that was the most disrespectful thing you could have did being a former military member. That was some disrespectful crap. He made a command decision and one that was best for his people to save their lives. Because what you're not thinking about is that what if that entire carrier had to go offline? And it may still need to be offline to be disinfected. Then you're down a carrier. And I don't know if you people know how influential waking up one day and off your coast, your intel people said there's a USS carrier off our coast. Maybe we need to act like we got some goddamn sense. Just a little food for thought. I just want to say hats off to that commander. I just want to tell him, good job, sir, for what you were doing, showing true leadership. And some people ain't going to agree with me. And, I'd love to hear how you say, give me a good reason of why, first of all. And then if I'm wrong and I'm going to look at it logically and objectively, and I'll say that. But, this has been Ryan Gardner. This has been Re-Education of a Nation. Share it. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. Like it. Love it. Let your peoples know. We're going to try to get up to doing more shows a week, maybe 2 a week, and call-ins and try to come up with good topics. And right now, we just want to make sure everybody's okay. So even if you see this and you don't know what you want to talk about, how you want to do it, just send us a little message. Just let us know, hey, love the show, hate the show, change this, you're an idiot, whatever. We take all criticism. Doesn't mean we're going to listen to you, but we take all criticism, good and bad. So, guys, Re-Education of a Nation. And until next time. Peace.